Okay, so this is about why I use so many layers when I draw. This is mainly from my friend who makes fun of me for every time I tell her about all the layers I use. So the first layer I do is usually the sketch, and it's a sketch, so we'll let that go through and do its thing. I'm usually really indecisive when I draw, so I end up just drawing and then erasing and then drawing and then erasing and then drawing and erasing. Well, the next layer is usually the second sketch, which is a lot neater than the first and a lot darker. And sometimes the drawing changes as I go through and I do it and stuff, and yeah. Sometimes I use the second sketch as my line art, but I don't know, I wasn't really digging what came out here for this. So yeah. I like to mess around and see if I can do markings or not, but usually I just end up erasing them because I hate them. Yeah. And I like to reference sometimes and stuff. And I usually hide some of the layers so I can see what it's gonna look like, and sometimes it just doesn't work out, so then I just erase it. You can eat it. The third layer is usually the line art, which was done really crappily here because this wasn't really anything serious I was planning on doing. And that time I happened to be drawing on the wrong layer, like a stupid person. If I'm not using the line tool, it takes a lot to do the line art because I don't know how to draw straight lines or curvy lines or good lines or anything like that. I ended up hiding some of the layers, see what it looks like, and usually looks really bad, so I gotta redraw everything, but I was too lazy to redraw everything. Again. Line art's fun sometimes, I guess. Not really, but it's okay. This is my character Twitch pad, by the way. I was gonna draw him from application, but then I gave up because it got too hard, and he looked way too old, because he's supposed to be an apprentice. Which he's not here. My luck. Okay, so that's some really bad line art. And I had to go and find the reference. That was a drawing. So the next layer is usually the base color, which doesn't take too long, but we got 3 layers so far. One, 2, 3. Oh, this is the 4th layer. Now, the 5th layer, I usually do under stuff, like the eyes here. And sometimes I do the nose or markings, but this just happened to be the eyes, because it makes it a lot easier instead of having to be careful with my lines. I can just color right over it and it works perfectly fine. Oh, not the 6th layer yet. I put a 6th layer for the markings because it made it easier to go back and put some other markings underneath of those markings. So, I don't know. Usually I don't go this high with layers for doodles. Okay, I do, but whatever, right? I'm really indecisive when I draw, okay? And the perfect line tool to make everything perfect. And, oh, so that 6th layer there, it made it a lot easier for me to put those eye markings around, since the eye marking's supposed to hide under the white markings instead of going over. Shut up. Now the 7th layer was for some really bad shading, which I tried to mess with, but I don't know, I wasn't really up to doing much shading after this. after all of that for a doodle. And a failed application. So yeah. Woo! Do. And then add some blur. And there we go. And that is why I use so many layers. I have a problem, okay?